Guys, I've wandered a little too far from my laboratory in the science building and accidentally found myself on some grass. In fact, I've encountered some kind of a sports field. Didn't know we even had sports, but that explains why I'm still using a fume hood from 1966. Clearly the money is going somewhere more important. But fear not, for this is not a total loss. This will give us an excellent opportunity to explore another mystery of pony culture. An alleged pastime that has equines far and wide rallying to do some bucking and some balling. Let's take a deep dive to find out exactly what is Buckball. Admittedly, this is a tad bit outside of my wheelhouse, but there's no need to worry. With my trusty weapon against the unknown by my side, I know there's nothing we can't accomplish. Now then, Merriam-Webster tells us that Buckball is... Okay, well maybe that's just a simple misspelling on my part. No, that's definitely not it. And no, that is definitely a toy. Huh. Well, I am fresh out of ideas.
We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas.
Time to phone a friend. I spoke to the current commissioner of the NBL, that is the National Buckball League, for him to shed some light on the subject. I am very grateful to have him here. Everyone, Mr. Taylor B. McCardle.
Certainly, Banquo, and thank you for having me. Buckball is a popular team sport in Equestria. Each team is made up of an earth pony, Pegasus, and unicorn. And the objective is to score points by knocking the ball into the opposing team's goal. It's played in an open area, often a field, and all you need is a ball and 2 buckets. There's many teams across the nation from Philadelphia to Ponyville to Canterlot who have professional buckball teams, and many schools like Twilight Sparkle's Friendship Academy offer scholarships to young athletes who wish to pursue careers in professional buckball. We at the NBL are presently one of the major professional sports leagues in Equestria and beyond.
The origins of Buckball date all the way back to primitive equine society. The ancestors of modern-day ponies would actually use inflated animal bladders for balls before modern technology was able to produce the combination of vulcanized rubber and polyurethane we know today.
Actually, Buckball is only about a decade old.
Wait, really? Oh, hold on. Yep, I was reading my notes upside down. It actually began in Appaloosa, as a hobby for farmers during their very rare downtimes. As a matter of fact, the very first commissioner of the NBL was the notable creator of the sport and native of Appaloosa, Brayburn. According to legend, the idea came about when he and his cousin Applejack were bucking apples that were of unsellable quality. They'd toss the apples into buckets held up by their hired unicorn laborers via magic. As the story goes, they had so much fun that evening that they recorded some makeshift rules for a standardized game. After Applejack returned to Ponyville, Brayburn patented the idea and started the very first buckball team in Appaloosa. The very first sanctioned game was between Appaloosa and Ponyville, which ended in a narrow Ponyville victory. Within a few short years, buckball has swept the nation of Equestria, evolving into an unstoppable phenomenon. Appaloosa constructed the first official buckball stadium along with the Buckball Hall of Fame in an effort to modernize and institutionalize the sport. Since then, other equestrian cities have constructed their own stadiums for their resident professional teams. Colleges and universities have established their own programs to integrate buckball into their academic curriculums. The sport has captivated audiences worldwide as spectator and player, from casual to intramural, from youth to adult recreation, and from rookie to professional athletics. Buckball players are now some of the most iconic public figures in modern equestrian society, and it's all thanks to its marketed success, helmed by Brayburn. Yes, the equestrian entertainment industry was taken by storm. What started as a backyard hobby is now a multi-billion-bit franchise. The formation of the industry has created a historic number of jobs centered around the sport. The revenue generated from buckball games themselves, events, catering, marketing, management, academics, advertising, as well as television broadcasting, has some equestrian economists stunned. Some even argue that the entire sport itself was simply an economic ploy to increase tourism and generate wealth for the town of Appaloosa. Overnight, the tiny farming village sprouted into a major buckball hub, with its population increasing nearly 10 times. One cannot deny the impact the meteoric rise in popularity of buckball has caused, though it is also the subject of some controversy. Due to the unexpected financial boom, the sole patent owner found himself a multi-millionaire seemingly overnight. Fiscal analysts performing independent audits of the publicly available data have had a hard time grappling with the unprecedented accumulation of private wealth. The result has some investigators suspecting the first commissioner of insider trading. Brayburn's relationship to Applejack, one of the heroes of Equestria, gives him access to the patent office through one of the most well-connected and publicly known figureheads of equestrian politics, Princess Twilight Sparkle. A thorough exposé on the findings was published anonymously in the Canterlot Journal in 2021, and it rocked the Buckball world. When asked for comment, Brayburn refused, and ultimately the accusations of nepotism and market manipulation led the first commissioner to resign and step down from his post. The second commissioner stepped in as his replacement later that year. Commissioner, do you have anything to say about the suspected controversy that led to Brayburn's resignation?
None to speak of at this time. It is a question of legal significance, which has been under investigation for years. But all I can say is that we currently run a very tight ship and a squeaky clean institution. The owners are satisfied, the fans have had one of the most entertaining seasons so far, and it's a delight to see the world embrace our shared love of the game.
I see. And do you have anything to comment on your alleged connection with Starlight Glimmer, the headmaster of one of the most prestigious schools for buckball in the ECAA, the Equestrian Collegiate Athletic Association?
No, I do not.
Well, thank you very much for your time and insight, Commissioner McCardle. It's been incredibly helpful for our research.
Oh, yes, of course. And now that security is here, get out of my office.
As we can see, despite the controversy surrounding leadership, the sport thrives, from rural communities all the way up to the professional scene. Just this year, the Buckball Hall of Fame inducted its newest MVP, Windsprint, to join the ranks of the most successful pioneers of the sport, the original Ponyville team. On a global scale, the official rulebook was unilaterally released in 2023, the same year that it was added as a sport to the Olympic Games. Never has such a new sport been so beloved by so many. All that to say, what is buckball? It's a relatively new equestrian sport that's revolutionized the cultural landscape. It's nearly unavoidable whether you're making small talk around the water cooler, inviting some friends over to watch the big game.
Did you catch a game last night?
Or playfully bantering over who your favorite team is, the Manhattan Musketeers, Ponyville Buckball Club, or the Las Pegasus Naders. No matter what your stance, the game is certainly ubiquitous, and if you take a look at the electric passion from its hardcore fans, it's not hard to see why. Of course, when it comes to buckball, one thing is for certain. I was never picked for it in high school. Whatever. It's fine. I'm over it. I chose science. It's a better pursuit anyway. I bet Applejack would notice me if I played buckball. Where does Coach Tilly get the nerve to tell me I'm not good enough to play on the team, huh? I am good enough. I'll show you. I'm not just some dumb nerd. I can do buckball. I can't throw the ball.